we're not a thing.
While I've been in love with you since our college days, we got into a relationship with Dongo. I was hurt and regretful for not telling you about my feelings earlier. I was happy for you though. Now I don't want to miss the second chance that life has given me. Desperation and hope were evident in Jungkook's voice, who was sitting across me on the bench placed in the front near our apartment building. Jungkook said to him, I understand your feeling, but it's not easy for both of us. I have a daughter, and you know that. After sighing in helplessness, I say the fact or say my overthinking and worse. Jeon Jungkook, the great CEO, my boss, aka secret lover since my college days. I never knew about his feelings before. He used to be very popular in his school due to his charms and kind nature, but I fell in love with the playboy after college Jungkook, the person who has caused me all the misery. I was really in love with him, but all he did was cheating. All in the 4 years of our relationship, he was never in love with me. He wanted to use me, my body, and break me. He did. Things were going very well until our 1 year anniversary, when I gave myself to him completely. After that, he became cold in the sense only being sweet when he wanted my body. Whenever I tried to confront him about this matter, he blamed himself and claimed to have a reserved nature. Eventually, I had to give up and apologized after seeing him tearing up as I couldn't see tears in his eyes that time. During our third anniversary, we got drunk and had an unprotected age. I became pregnant and we decided to keep the baby. However, he started ignoring me and was careless about the pregnancy, and I couldn't stress myself enough to argue with him. When I went into labor, he wasn't there for me. Instead, he was in a club pleasuring himself. Luckily, my mom took me to the hospital and I gave birth to my little angel, my Sophie. Not only came into this world with her own life, but she brought her life to me as well. That has gotten snatched by that bastard. I broke up with him. He accepted that he was never in love with me, just obsessed. He had many affairs behind my back during our 4 years of relationship. When he admitted to his faults, there was no guilt in his eyes, nor the love for my daughter. I stayed with my mother for 3 months, but then decided to move to Seoul. With the help of my friend Nicole, I got a job as her father owned one of the well-known companies. She offered me to start work without giving an interview, but I wanted to work fairly, so I gave interview and started working there. Whose CEO is Jungkook. I know, and I don't care about that. I mean, I'm not only just accepting her, but I also love her like my own daughter. I promise I'll try to be the best father to her. His eyes that were filled with sincerity shifted from me towards the stroller, followed by mine, where Sophie, my daughter, was sleeping sound. I noticed a listless glance on his face while looking at her, but couldn't admire for long when his eyes came back to me again. Many people will call me stupid for denying him, my boss, who doesn't only hold a lot of wealth and charms but also an owner of great personality, making him a man that every girl dreams of. But what about your family? Will they accept us? What will people say? I don't care about anyone, and you shouldn't either, because life is too short to think about other people's opinion. If you keep thinking about what other things about you, you'll get nothing except self-hatred and insecurities. He tried to convince me that he's different and that he's willing to accept Sophie as his own daughter, but still my heart is uncertain. Yeah, indeed, you're right, but what about myself? After what Dongwood did, my belief in this type of relationship has been shattered. I don't think I can fall in love again, let alone trust anyone anymore, especially with my daughter. It's a big no. I saw hurt in his eyes, but I can't keep him in dark and give him false hope. I got surprised when he took my hand in between his, but I didn't protest. But Ryan, believe me, I'll make you fall in love with me, and I promise I'll never make you regret your decision of loving me, nor will I ever break your trust. Everyone says the same thing. Ryan, it's okay if you don't want to accept me, but at least don't doubt my love for you. Okay, give me an honest answer. What would you do if I were still in a relationship with Dongwoo? I came up with the end of the question in order to change his mind, but I would do the same thing I did a few years back, regret and blame myself. Really? Do you regret it if you were in a relationship with someone else right now? I inquired him with another subtle question. No, I wouldn't. After your relationship with Don, I tried moving on. It took time to heal myself and I tried dating once, even though I couldn't forget about you easily. But while being in a relationship, I tried my best to forget you. because I didn't want to cheat on my partner with the thoughts of my past lover. Things didn't get serious between us. If it did and had a relationship time, I wouldn't leave her for you. You were my past, so I definitely choose her. But it never happened, and I think it's our fate. Our fate gave us a chance. His words struck a chord with me. I now realize he deserved an amazing woman in his life, and I would regret it ever if I didn't give him a chance. Despite this, many girls believe I should be angry with him for choosing his partner over me. However, I appreciate his view. This demonstrates how strongly he opposes cheating. Even if he had picked me over his current partner, he would have been labeled a cheater and a fool. If he could leave his present partner for his first love, he could leave me too in the future. However, he said otherwise and left a positive impression on me. You start a lot of your thoughts by a sudden sound of something falling from behind you as you and your best friend Nicole, who was standing beside you in the office kitchen, immediately turned around to see if anyone was there. However, you found kitchen empty. There was nothing except the counter which is placed in the center of the kitchen. Meanwhile, Lizzie, Jungkook's secretary, was passing by the kitchen with a pile of files when she accidentally dropped one. As she bent down to pick it up, she overheard Jungkook's name and stayed still. When you heard the sound of the files dropping, you found no one because she was hiding behind the counter that was in center. Did you hear kind of dropping sound of something? Giving Nicole a briefcase, you roamed your eyes around kitchen with worried eyes. I warned you not to speak loud about this topic while we were in office. Facing her again, you whispering yelled while pressing the pressure on each word. Hey, there is no one. That's why I took you in the kitchen, otherwise in the cabin anyone could hear us. Don't worry, I think someone must have passed from here. Turning towards the counter again, she continued the process of making her coffee as he sat at her taking easy behavior. Let it be and answer my question right now. What you thought about of our walking honeycomb's confession? You snorted laughter at the nickname she just made. What's with this honeycomb now? That is honeycomb. Every color is drawn to him like bees to honey. It was just yesterday a newcomer under my supervision asked me, is there any way I could get in Basket's book? I want to get to notice by him. The pout, I feared that it would become a nightmare. She made faces while repeating that girl's dialogue, probably acting that girl. Later, the comment she made, you could easily guess by that how much annoyed and disgusting she was feeling then. You slightly chuckled at her hyper self as she handed you the mug full of coffee before facing you.